Okay, hi guys. So today's okay, so today's video is about best friends. So this one might be kind of long, just because I actually have three best friends and I have a lot to say about all of them because I love them all. um, so yeah, I'll just get started. Okay, so my first friend, well, chronologically, my first friend, is a girl named Danielle. She is just wonderful. She's just a wonderful person. I met Danielle. Well, okay, it depends on who you ask. Because I say I met Danielle freshman year, but Danielle apparently remembers me from 7th grade or 8th grade when her and her other friend, who actually became another one of my really close friends at high school, used to make fun of me. They were some haters, but that's okay. I mean, I wasn't really myself. I wasn't really myself back then. I was weird, so I guess it's okay. I forgive them. But yeah, and me and Danielle got really close throughout high school because we were both really, really, really involved in school, and I was like freshman year, I was like determined to make her my friend, so I kind of was stuck on her, and I made her fall in love with me. But I mean, throughout high school, we had a lot of the same classes. We were both really involved in student government, and so we kind of bonded that way. We were just seeing so much of each other, like classes, student government, events, like everything. And so I feel like it was kind of natural for us to become best friends because I just love her and I just see her all the time. And it's weird though because like our personalities are okay. It's really hard to explain because I feel like our personalities are like the exact same, but then they're the exact opposite at the same time. Because like we can spend time together and just do like the stupidest things, like and just like we could just do anything. Like me and Danielle, you could give me and Danielle like a box and a bottle of vodka, and we could just set us in a corner for an entire day. Like we could just do anything. Like we are so random. Like not random, but we can always find something to do. Um, which I think is why I love her so much. Is because like sometimes it's just like we back in the day when we didn't have no car, didn't have no job. We just used to be struggling. We used to be so broke. We used to try to collect some money together and just do anything. Like we were just struggling. So I felt like the fact that we struggled together means that like now that we're both kind of coming into our own, like we do for each other in that same way. Um, and Danielle is the type of person that is like, I don't know, like I really respect her because I feel like and like in a lot of ways she's a lot of things that I'm not. So like she is really really good at tackling problems like in the moment and like speaking her mind clearly and directly and like eloquently. And not to say I'm not, but sometimes I just want to deal with it. But like she's better at dealing with situations. Like she's a pro. She's gorgeous. She's wonderful. She taught me how to dress. Like I used to dress so poorly. And she gave me, she used to hit me with some fashion tips, and like she used to cuss me out anytime I used to try to wear, what I wanted to wear. She wasn't really having it. Trying to think, like I just think she's like great, and she's actually the reason that I don't have my tattoo yet because I promised her that I would wait for her. So, Danielle, um, I don't know. Our friendship it just means a lot to me because she's just a great person, and I know she's so talented, and she just has such a bright future ahead of her. Like she's gonna do such great things, and I'll just be happy to say that I was her friend, well, her best friend. So I'll be there, part of the success. But So my other best friend is Emeka. Um, what to say about Emeka? Okay, so I met Emeka freshman year of college back when I was going to Eastern, and um, it's funny how our friendship kind of started because okay, so Emeka's roommate is this guy named Quentin, and I met Quentin first, and whatever, everything was fine. But the way that I met Emeka was that Quentin used to hate Emeka. Like he used to talk so much shit about Emeka, and he was always like, "Oh, like my roommate's whack," and da da da, like all this stuff, and like Emeka was just, I don't know, like it was so I sound like a bully saying this, but like my friendship with Emeka started because I just thought it was funny to mess with him, like and get on his nerves. So like whenever we all used to hang out, like I'd be like Emeka, like I was always like trying to talk to him and like I don't know, just like get on his nerves, and I was always like trying to take pictures with him, and I'm like, oh Emeka, let me take a picture of you, like I don't know, like it sounds so petty now, but it was just stupid. Like, I can't believe it's just funny to think that our friendship had started like that because it was just funny. But I mean, yeah, it's just our friendship is just funny to me. Okay, what do I say about Emeka? Emeka has so much to say. Okay, so Emeka is my best friend because he is just like the funniest person you will ever meet. Like, you could take Emeka into any type of situation, and like he will make a friend, and he will just like make everyone like face lives brighten up because he just has the funniest personality. He's so nice, like he's so sweet. And he's just so silly and goofy. Like he just is really comfortable around like a really diverse group of people. Like, you could take him anywhere and Emeka could just find a way to get along and make a new friend. Like, he's so funny and silly in that way. But he's also I don't know. I mean, I feel like our friendship has like a lot of emotional depth at the same time because he's just done a lot for me and he's really dependable. Like, after my mother passed away, like, Emeka was the very first person that I called. Like, I called him from the hospital, and I was like, oh my god, like, I don't, like, and he was like, oh, like, where are you at? Like, I'll be there right away. And he came, and he got there so fast, and he was just sat with me. And there are some things that, like, a person will do for you that it doesn't, like, it just means so much in a way because it's just like he sat in the hospital with me and we just talked about anything and we ate hospital food and he was there checking up on me all the time. And like, there's nothing I can do in this world that'll ever repay him for that, you know. And like, he came to my mom's funeral and then he came actually to North Carolina with my family to my mother's burial. And like, I wouldn't have had anyone else come with me because Emeka is just he's such a person that like you can take him anywhere and like he'll know how to act. So like, yeah, like me and Emeka go drinking and we go smoke hookah and, you know, like we ride around town and just do ignorant stuff. But then he was always there for me, and even when he doesn't know how to express it, like I could tell that he always wants the best for me. And he's just like a really great person, and I just hope the best for him and everything. Like, I just want him to be so happy in this world. And yeah, I don't know what to say about him, but he's just like a really great guy, and he's single, so ladies, there you go. And then my other best friend is Angie. I met Angie sophomore year. It was when I had just transferred to Grand Valley, and I didn't really have any friends, like, just because in my apartment that I was living in, because I lived in it almost has like the style of an off-campus apartment, but it was on campus, so I didn't really have, it wasn't like living on a dorm where you get to meet people all the time. Like, it was apartments basically, and I only had 2 roommates, and one of my roommates was Taiwanese, and she was such a sweetheart. Like, don't get me wrong, but she was just I don't know, she didn't speak English very well, and, you know, she kind of just liked to be by herself and go on Skype and Skype her parents. And I mean, she was great. Like, me and her had a great time, like, but we never really got close as friends. And then my other roommate was on the soccer team, so she was just gone all the time. Every single weekend she was gone playing soccer, like soccer games or whatever. And then she had practice, I think she had practice 3 times a week during that actual Monday through Friday, like the weekdays. So I mean, she didn't have any time for me. And then, I mean, a lot of the other people that lived in that same apartment complex were transfer students and athletes and foreign exchange students. So it was just not really, it took me a little bit to get into it. And I was coming off a pretty rough breakup, so I was just like sad. But I did an alternative spring break, and I met this girl during like the earlier stages where, you know, you get together and you have meetings and stuff like that. And I met this girl named Angie, and I just thought she was so cute. I just thought she was such a sweetheart, and she's so nice, you know. And then we ended up doing, before even our spring break trip, we also ended up being together, not together, but we also both ended up doing the Vagina Monologues, which was fun as well. So we kind of just kept seeing each other and bumping into each other, did a couple different things. And then we went on the trip. It was so funny because, I don't know, me and Andrew were just different from everyone on the trip. Like, not to say it's because we were black, but And it was just funny because one time well, first, the first night we were in the room we were in a room together because we stayed in an apartment downtown. And the first night, I think the first 2 nights we were in a room together, and we just had such a fun time. Like, we were just laughing and joking and like saying all this stuff. And I don't know. I mean, there was another black girl on the trip, but like I don't know. It was just like me and her, like me and Angie were like the main ones. And like we just did so much like extra stuff. Like we were just like, oh, we need to go out to the club.
It's 1:00.
Anyway, we were like, oh, we need to go out to the club and like do all this stuff. And one time they went somewhere. We went to the museum as a group, but then like me and Angie were like, we don't want to do this. This is boring. So we like walked. We like left the museum and then we went to go get something to eat. And I don't know. We were always just like doing like being extra and doing different type of things. And it was just really fun. And I mean, we bonded a lot on that trip because a lot of people on that trip were just weird. And we couldn't get along. So it was a little cliquey, but me and Angie were like a little clique, and I didn't really mind because I mean I love her to death. And we got really close, and then we ended up actually living together in the next year in a house with 2 other girls, and one of the other girls was just like crazy as hell. Like she just was a different type of person that you will ever meet. She was really mean and really bitter. So like it was like me and Angie, because at first it was just 3 of us, and it was just me and Angie just hanging out, and like we would always just like go eat dinner together and just like do whatever without the other girl. And I mean, we got obviously really close that way. And then the second semester she was online, so we didn't spend as much time together. But then she graduated, and I don't know, like I don't know, she's just like such a sweetheart. And she got her whole family tickets to her graduation, and I got one of the other tickets to her graduation. So it was like me and her family, and I love her dad, I love her mom, call them dad and mom, obviously. And then we took a bunch of pictures together, and I got her the cutest little like box with a picture on it. I don't know. I mean, I've been to go visit her a bunch of times, and she's just in a lot of ways, she's the type of person that I want to be when I grow up, just because she's so kind and she's so smart and she's really mature in the way of like she doesn't get caught up in like hype about things. Like she's just be like, no, I don't want to go, and she'll just not go. Like, or she'll be like, no, I don't want to do that, and she'll just won't do it. Like she just says fuck it, like which I mean, not to say that I do, but I mean I just respect her in a lot of ways because, you know, she's really mature about her thought process. Like she wanted to do all these things, but after she graduated, she's like, you know, I don't have money, I need to go back home. And so every time I see her, it's like really it's really meaningful for me because I just love her, and she was like really there for me. At right when school started, a bunch of stuff was happening over the summertime, and I don't know, I could just count on her for anything. Like I could call her anytime, and she would probably wake up, even though she works a 3rd shift job, and talk to me. So it's really important as well. She's just great. She's just a perfect person. Like I just love her. So